what were your bands that first grabbed you when you were a kid? Like the ones that really like you couldn't stop listening to?
Nirvana, I grew up in the 90s, so it was like I still love 90s R&B to this day for like the vocal melodies, but then as far as like instrumentation and like jamming out, like it was always alternative rock. And I did have like Bob Marley's greatest hits back in the day too. Like that was one of the first cassettes that I got, along with like TLC and Nevermind by Nirvana, and those are like some of the earliest ones that I can remember buying.
Wow, man. It's funny because it's funny you mentioned all those bands because I swear I can hear a lot of their influence in your music for sure, man. I can hear some Nirvana. I can definitely hear some 90s hip hop, man. Like there's a there's a cool song I like. I mean, everyone likes it, but from Montel Jordan where it's
Oh yeah,
let's
that's
get
how
it
we
on.
do it.
Yeah, what's it called? The one that goes, "Girl, if it's all right." Fucking that one.
Yeah,
Um,
this is how we do it was Montel Jordan's big one for sure.
right, right. But like that specific song, like the intro, like drums are super catchy. Like and they have like this really cool symbol in the beginning. Um, and I feel like your music is very similar. Like you have a lot of fucking great intro riffs like that just fucking immediately grab your attention. Like from the last record, Initials, like the first intro riff is fucking genius. It gets you in the song before the song even starts. Um,
Yeah.
how much of that was influential in your work where you thought like, man, I like what that guy did there, man. I'm gonna throw this in here or whatnot.
Yeah, I've always considered myself more of a groove guy. I'm not like, I don't do these super long or intricate fills. Like as a drummer, you do fills, but there's some like crazy rock drummers obviously that just go off or like to do solos and stuff. And I've never really been that guy. I've been more of the groove dude. There's something about just sitting really hard in a pocket that feels good to me. And letting it ride out and then finding different ways to change up that groove really subtly or add little accents. That's where like a lot of the hi-hat work comes in, that I think I do. And then like ghost notes and stuff on the snare that sometimes go unnoticed. But that's the type of drummer that I feel like I am. And that I'm sure a lot of that, yeah, came from hip hop.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I think the genius part about drums is not really about, it's not always about like the notes you're putting out. It's also about knowing when to pause, knowing when to let the other bandmates do their fucking thing. And I feel like you're a master at that, man. There's like so many parts of the songs where you get it, you come out and then you come back in and you do it like perfectly. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's a huge thing in hip hop. You see that all the time, especially in today's hip hop, where like they lay off the beat, bring it back in, and then that's like kind of you can see the crowd feed off that like 100%, man.
Yeah, I'd probably also have to say that. So that's what you're describing too, is like not overplaying. And I feel like I got that from being in high school band and college band, because you're in a huge band. You're in a band. I was in a band with over 100 kids in high school. We had a huge successful high school band, and it takes a lot of sitting back, and you're playing sheet music, so there's long pauses where you go without playing. And then you have your little moments to shine, but it teaches you to just be patient and be aware of what other instruments are doing, I think, early on.